Today I'm going to be drawing a character made in Monster Girl Maker. So this app came out a little while ago, I think. I'm a little bit late doing this, but I only recently started making videos, so I think it's better late than never. So this app and the art in it was made by Ghoulkiss. I've been following them on Instagram for a long time and I love their artwork, so I will leave a link to their Instagram in the description just in case you haven't seen it already. So when this app first came out, I saw a lot of people on Instagram drawing characters that they made in this app, but what I noticed in this game that I actually haven't seen in other apps like this is the Randomised feature. So today I'm going to be attempting to draw a character that is completely randomised. I've pressed randomise a few times in this app before and it tends to be very bright and colourful and there tends to be a lot going on, so I'm excited to do my very best to recreate a randomised character from this app. So here goes, I hope you can see my screen properly. Randomise. Moment of truth. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, okay. Okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot just in case I accidentally close the app. There we go. Wow, okay. Oh, and also I can put that screenshot up on the screen for you too, so I don't have to keep holding my phone up. That'd be good. Right. Wow. Okay, like I said, I've randomised a few times before, and I swear this is the first time I've clicked that button while recording. And I really love this design, and I'm really excited to draw it. Okay, so we've got a lot of colours going on. We've got some red, orange, pink, purple, green, blue. Almost all the colours of the rainbow. I don't see any yellow. There is a bit of yellow. There's a bit of yellow on the ends of her hair. There is, I think, every colour in the rainbow here. But I think it's predominantly pink and red, I'd say, like maybe the colours that stand out to me the most. Wow, okay. I'd better get to sketching, because I think this one's gonna take me a while. Wow, there's so much I could do with this. I don't really know which elements I want to really focus on. So there are these fish at the top, and some like coral stuff going on. That's sort of an overlaid effect at the top of the screen. So I don't know whether to play off of the fact that there are fish at the top there and make her like an aquatic monster girl and draw her like floating in water, or she has a little crown on, so do I want to make her really princessy and royal and like fancy looking? What do I want to do here? It's also probably important to note that she has multiple eyes and some sort of skull tattoo or marking on her face. And lots of cuts. Interesting. I've kind of decided that actually I want her to be sort of holding her hand out and to have these little fish sort of swimming around her. Originally I was gonna have her on one side of the page and kind of holding one of her hands up, but I decided to change the composition a little bit. I think I prefer her to face forward, because having her over this side of the page was kind of squishing her up against the edge of my sketchbook, and also because I've kind of done that pose before in a video. When I did my metallic marker review, I had somebody standing on this side of the page with her arm up, so instead I'm going to have her facing forward and sort of both her arms up a little bit, just so you can kind of see the hands. For the composition of this picture, I actually really liked the idea of having her sort of in the centre and facing forward. I liked that a lot better than having her facing either way, actually, after I'd sketched it a few times. And I actually really like how it ended up. The only thing that I'm a little bit disappointed about is that I sort of accidentally had these fish a little bit too close to her, and so overall it looks a little bit muddled and very squished together in the middle of the page. I think when I originally sketched it, I kind of put the fish at a good distance away from her face, and then didn't realise that there would be so much going on around her, and that her hair would be so big as well, so it ended up looking like everything was quite squished together in the middle of the page. So if I were drawing this again, that's definitely something that I would edit. I'd make everything a little bit better spaced out. And then just tried to sketch in all the little details. There was so much going on. It was difficult for me to sketch everything in. I was trying to make sure that I wasn't forgetting anything that was in the image. This was really fun to draw. I feel like oftentimes I don't put many small details into my drawings very often. I try to keep things a little bit more simple. And this had so much going on, it was just really exciting to just sketch in as many little details as I could. Then I just got it all lined. So here is the colour selection that I picked out. I tried my best to choose accurate colours that matched the original. I think if I were doing this digitally, it would be a lot easier to pick out the exact colours from the original picture. But I tried my best. I think definitely the pink could have been a little bit brighter, maybe a little bit more purple toned. I also think that red could be a lot brighter. But overall, I think that the colours I chose were okay. Also, the purple ended up looking a little bit more grey than lilac, even though I used a pen that was called lilac. So this drawing altogether took about 4 to 5 hours. I think I started recording at around 10:30 and then ended up recording until about 4 o'clock. I did have some breaks though, so I'm not sure exactly how long this took all in all, but it took a long time because there was so much going on and so many different colours to include. I also had to try and remember to include all of the different small elements that were going on everywhere. I honestly wasn't sure at first how I was going to add the kind of tattoo markings to her, but I think I kind of decided that with the face I would leave it for coloured pencil. I was really hoping that it would show up. I just thought it'd be really difficult to do with marker because it's such an intricate sort of design on the face. And then with the other markings on like her neck and her shoulder and stuff, I couldn't really decide whether to go in with pencil or whether to go in with some like fine liner pens, but I think I ended up going in with some fine liners and just finishing those up. Recently I've really liked going in and shading with coloured pencil after I finish with markers. I just feel like it gives a really soft shading to the image, and it means I can really take my time and choose where I want my shading to be really deliberately. Sometimes I feel like with markers I rush myself too much because I'm worried that it'll dry and I can't really take a step back and look at the image and see where I want the colour to be. So lately I've been really enjoying going back in and shading with coloured pencil. For the background, in the original there's a sort of lime green striped background, but I didn't really have a lime green pen, so I picked out another colour that I used but didn't use a lot in the drawing, so I decided on the blue that I used for the eyes. I thought that would be a really pretty blue for the background. I also thought it would look good with the orange fish too, because blue and orange are opposites on the colour wheel. I thought it would be a nice colour palette for the background. Actually, in this recording I forgot to add the other details because there was so much going on her skin. I remembered to do all of the cuts, and I remembered to do her piercings at the top of her nose, and I remembered to do the skull on her face and the tattoos on her shoulder, but forgot the very final detail, which are those sort of computery looking lines. I actually spent some time deciding whether I wanted these to be blue or white, because I think in the original it's a very pale blue, but I didn't have a blue pale enough that would show up on top of the marker. So I was going to go in with white at the end and put those in, but I forgot, so I ended up doing that off camera. Overall, I'm really happy with how this ended up turning out. I think I fairly successfully recreated the original character while still adding my own spin to it and drawing it in my style, and I actually really like how it ended up.